think I could name one of the weaknesses that I have. It would be sometimes I can be really shy. I can, just get really introverted and not really say anything to anybody, and just kind of clam up and just be really just not say a whole lot to people. And people see me on the corner, I won't be saying much. And I know I inherited that from my father, because my father was really on the shy side. He would not speak with people. He didn't really directly look at people. And when we had conversations, we were usually looking off into space. We wouldn't make eye contact with each other. And I know that's one of the things that I've inherited from my father. And it irks me. I know when it's happening. I feel it happening sometimes, and I have to try to resist it. But I know that's something that I've inherited from my father, because he was really shy that way. But on the other hand, I've got this other side of me that's a little on the extroverted side. That's the musician thing, wanting to get out and play and show out in front of people and have fun and be loud and boisterous. I get that from my mother, and I know that because that's the way my mother was. My mother was a very vocal person. She was very loud. She could be very emotional, very forceful if she needed to be, and she was driven that way. She was a woman that I would consider a Renaissance woman, because she did a lot of things during the 60s that most moms were stay-at-home moms, housewives. But my mom was out. She was buying property and dealing with tenants, and she was just out there. And at one time she owned a nightclub in the San Francisco Fillmore district. They call it Harlem of the West. She owned a nightclub in the 50s during that time. So she was always out there with people, always extroverted and talking, had a good story, can sit there and talk and sing and dance, and she just loved doing stuff like that. And I used to see that side of her. And I think because the early part of my life I spent with my mom, and she passed away. She was killed. She was shot and killed in 1971. And once I left her, I was with my dad most of the time. He was going to work and I was going to school, but I spent a lot of time with him. But my formative years was with my mom, and she was the one that I would see, and I'd hear her laugh and just carry on and talk with people. So she was kind of on the extroverted side. And I think that's a strength with me, that I can do that. Sometimes being quiet and off to the side, that could be a strength too. I can use that when I want to, and not and listen. I can listen. I'm a good listener. I can hear things people say, and I can learn a lot about people by listening. And on the other hand, I can get out there and talk loud, and get out there and play my horn and show off in front of a crowd and have fun. So I think those are two things that I inherited from my parents, is that shyness on one side from my father, and the extroverted side from my mother, being loud and boisterous. Those are the two things that I think that strengths and the weaknesses that I have.